my handiwork from about here down to about here. And then I thought my future doesn't lie in doing that. So my job is to do this around the windows. When the windows went in, I can't remember what this is called, but the edging is gappy. So all this has got to come out. we were hoping we could stretch it and then put some new stuff in, but it's a bit crummy. So we're going to have to order about 50 odd metres of this and then do all the windows. Still, it's all coming together. New skills learnt. I've been on tea duty, obviously. And this room is practically done. And the radiators are going to go on after we've decorated, which makes it much easier. So, I'm the decorator. Except I don't want to do ceilings. I don't like ceilings. Radiator's ready to go in.
You don't have to pay your mortgage anymore as a result. The interest charge doesn't arise. And the money that was used to create that was not taxpayer money, as people like to call it. It was Bank of England created money. And that was created electronically on a keyboard, costlessly. And that's the thing I don't get.
Hello, beautiful. Envelop viruses used by site safety always leave the label. It's reassuring to know that your loved one is supported and well cared for. That's why at Upton Villas, Aberdeen residents, to find out how they can help,
Just taking a video of my butt.
visit barchester.com/.
Why not? I know. My butt is big in these. George, why do you look small to you?
Only using what you need.
Yeah. Are you here tomorrow?
Paint down there, the 2 rooms down there. Who was running the company?
I wonder if you've got now somebody in your family with doubts and you're having to persuade them. Email fine@bbc.co.uk or your phone number in close please. Text 88291. This being first and focus watch BBC Medical Editor. This part is because it's a shout to the EU focus, I guess. Absolutely is very just point out my way. First we are left in a situation now, Jeremy, where it's just been announced in France that they are restarting
Finally, all the scrap metal is gone and the garage has been taken away, all the bits and pieces. Oh, it's really nice to see that gone. So, as you can see, nice gap waiting for the beginning of April when we get our new garage. Still nothing's happened to the garden. And then inside, they've done the plastering for the hallway now. It was done yesterday. So I thought I was going to get in and paint yesterday, but I couldn't because the doors or the walls were soaking wet and soft, as I found when I leaned against one. And the bathroom is now plastered as well. So this has all got to dry out. Looking much better than it was, if you remember that yellow and blue wall. I'm dying to get the blue back in. So, and yesterday, or last night actually, the kitchen arrived in boxes. Most of it, yeah. One piece is missing. So we now have a kitchen and a bathroom in the living room, waiting to go in. And then H is doing some filling because every door had a lock on it. So that's been done today. Excuse me. Then started painting on the rooms that have dried. So I've done this one, but there's a bit of boxing in to do up there for the central heating, and there's a small repair that's got to be done here for a plaster. So it's just this bit here. So that's got to be done. You see, I'm covered in paint. So, but the rest of it is starting to look good. Ceiling's done. Well, this is the first coat, and the lovely gentleman at Dulux Professional recommended that we use this stuff, actually. And he said you only need one coat on top of plaster. You don't need to water it down, because I'd heard that you did 50-50 and then 70-25 and so on. This stuff, one coat. So, thank goodness. And this room, the back bedroom, remember this is the one with the lovely brown wall, is now brilliant white. It's had its first coat of that undercoat one, and it's looking much better. So still got to have, well, hopefully tomorrow I'll get the top coat on, because I may as well finish this room, as the other ones have got too much stuff in. But looking much better. So I take it back here and have a look. Much nicer. Brown wall here, and into the kitchen. We'll move you out again. Thanks, H. And not much change in here, except we do have a leak. So I've got to get the plumber back to fix the leak. And this floor, hopefully the windows are going to come in the end of this week, and I'll build Friday, and we'll get the roof done and all the walls, and then the plaster will come back and finish this, and be done as well. So this is starting to dry out. It's not quite dry yet, so we've put the heater on to try and dry the rest of it out so we can paint it. So that'd be good. But it's my job to do the painting, so. Did you say quite right too? Well, I've obviously had to keep everyone in line and make sure they're doing what they should be doing, because, I mean, what would happen if I didn't do that? It'd just be chaos, wouldn't there? So, but it's lovely to see this nice smooth walls, smooth ceiling. So I'm quite excited, really. Small things. That's it so far. Today is week 8, and back here, doing a bit of decorating. As the garden's looking a bit of a tip. Beautiful day. We're waiting for the windows and the patio doors to arrive. That should be this week, and I think the skylight, the lantern is going in on Thursday. This is the back bedroom, and the kitchen's had to be moved in here, which weighs a ton. This room we finished decorating, so it's had its undercoat and its top coat on. It's just the woodwork that's got to be done. And when I look at the rest of it, the woodwork is terrible. So waiting for the bathroom to dry out. And knowing what we know now, we should have had this done first, because then we could have put the bathroom in and got that underway, but we didn't. So one of those things that you learn from experience. So this one is the last one to dry out. The kitchen, started decorating this. It's got its first undercoat on today, so I've done that. And a few bits seeping through, so a bit more to do, but obviously you don't have to go all the way down because the units are going to go along here. So that'll be alright. But it's looking a bit better, so we're going to get the spotlights up soon. Well, they're up, but to get them fitted in. And then the hallway, just give its first coat to the hallway in here. So it's looking a bit brighter. The living room has had its first coat. It's had the second coat on this wall. And its first coat elsewhere, so I've done that this morning. And then the wall where the fireplace was, I think it's going to have a third coat because it's looking a little bit patchy. It's still filthy in here. And this room, still waiting for the plasterer to come back and finish the little bit that needs doing there. The rest of it has had 2 undercoats and it's now got to have its top coat on. So we'll do that tomorrow. And then outside, all the rubbish is gone. Well, most of the rubbish is gone from the living room and the garage itself. And then got to clear the pond rubbish. So the pond is nicely filled up with water again, so that's going to be pumped out. Then we've got to try and make some holes in it. When I say we, I mean someone else, not me. So obviously it's got some water in the bottom again. So all this that's come out of the pond is going to be dumped down the bottom of the garden. And then here, all this. Paulus the wood gnome is doing his playing with fire.
Fire starter. Playing with fire, like all little boys do.
Yes, all little boys like playing with fire. Actually, little girls do too.
Sometimes grown men play with fire and we end up broke.
Oh,
Broken.
we're gonna cry. We're gonna cry. It's so sad.
I didn't say I was including myself in that.
It's a sad
It's a
sad day. Yeah. And smells of wild garlic down here. I've been trampling on the garlic.
I'm sure that's Lily Valley. I think the wild garlic is further over.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah. We're going to get run over now by a man with a wheelbarrow.
Excuse me, Mrs. Spielberg.
There's the boys trying to look like they're busy. They've yeah. Harsh. Yeah, very harsh.
Nice bikinis.
I beg your pardon? Just play with your fire. Just get on with it, okay? I want to play with the fire as well.
You do.
I'm going to have a go in a minute.
Come play with the fire.
I'm going to come play with fire. Yeah. I've always liked playing with fire.
Yeah. Where's this going exactly? If I given my model release for this to go out?
No, you signed the contract early on and said you didn't want any payment for appearing in productions. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. I can take that home and wash it then.
Top job.
Ah.
Thank you. No sugar.
Do you want to wave at anybody? Oh, thank
Who am I
you.
waving at?
I don't know.
Whoever cares.
Whoever cares, yeah. That's nobody. So, not a lot of progress, but at least it's getting painted. And of course, there's not anything else for me to do except film, so sad, really. So, there we go. Week 8. So here we are on week 9, I think it is. I've lost count, really. And the windows are now in and the patio doors are in. And we have the roof lantern that's gone in as well. So this week the plan is to put the plastering will be done. And the flooring. Most of the painting is now done, although I haven't done any woodwork because I'm scared that if I start doing the skirting boards and the door frames, they might get knocked. So I've left those. Well, really, I don't want to do them yet. Hallway's done. I'm coming today to give this another coat, so I'm going to give another coat to the bathroom, and then that will be done, and then we can get the bathroom in, hopefully, which should be a relief. The living room is painted. I think, remembering, I've got to give this another coat, the end wall, because I couldn't move the kitchen tops, which weigh a ton. And they're a bit of a problem because when they were brought in through the front door, which is there, but we can't get them round into there. And H forgot to bring them through the end window. Not that I'm going to mention it, of course. The bedroom's now done, though I think there's a couple of little marks, so they've got to be covered over. And we won't talk about the mess, because this drives me nuts. Hate it. Yeah. I have a problem with mess everywhere and dirt everywhere, but I have to get used to it. There's a kitchen ready to go in, and that's going to go in hopefully after the floor's done. And then if I take you outside, so as you can see, the pond is now filled in, although it's been a bit overfilled. I think some of that's got to come out because we've got to level this and use that as a soak away. And then decking is going to go there. This is the back of the extension. Here's your better view. Step down. And then this is where the decking is going to go across here. A couple of repairs got to go in for the roof when the guttering is going to go on. This is end of week 9, and quite a bit's happened this week. So Paul has been in and cleared the end of the garden, and we got quite a big patio down here, and it's a nice little sun trap with my chair on there. It's going to be renovated, and fig tree and bay tree, which is quite nice, and a lot of the cleared down here. I'm not going to do anything with this because we don't want to spend any more of the budget, and someone else can take this on. As you can see, it's quite a big garden. So looking back at the house, now this does look weird, but we have a garage, and that came yesterday and was put up in about 2 hours, so that's nice. The back of the house now has the beginnings of the decking, which, although it looks like it's a long way up in the air, it is a long way up in there. It'll have steps down, and then steps down here, and then this bit over the pond will be levelled off, topsoil, and then it's going to have a lawn there. And all this rubbish out of the way. So, swinging around, see the front of the garage. That's better than the old one. And then to the inside. Well, I'll take you to the front garden first. The front garden's got the decking ready to go in, and the flower beds Paul has raked over. It's ready for planting. Although I'm not sure if our budget is going to do the planting. So that's the decking ready to go. Been ready to go up. And inside, H has been tidying up, so it's looking a lot better. So it's nice and clean. And then I will get in. I've painted most of it. The picture rail has had the top coat on. And it's looking a bit better. He's just showing that he's working in here. It's good. And the bath is in. Bath is in, sink's in, toilets to go in. So, and then into the kitchen, and the plastering's been done, which is nice. And so impressed with our plasterer, has made such a good job. And it really is an art form that and it's something I wouldn't wait to do. We've got the roof light in, and it's a beautiful day, so you can see. Looking out the garden. And from this side, quite high up. So this is the decking that's gone in. So because we're higher than the next door, we put trellis on the top of the fence there. And it's looking nice, I think. So when this dries out, this will probably dry out for next week. It's drying out quite well. This is done on Wednesday. I think this would be a nice room to sit in and have your breakfast. And although this is, the footprint of this is no bigger, I don't know if you remember the first bit that was here, it feels so much bigger. The floor is going to be done. I keep saying that, but this is going to be level, all one level. So I think Steve is coming in tomorrow and doing the floor. So that'll be all one level. And then when that's done, we can put the kitchen in. So kitchen's still in here. So you see those boxes. So there you go. So if I show you the patio from this side. So as you can see, it's quite a long way up in the air, but quite a nice place to sit and have your breakfast. It's sunny in the morning, and the patio at the end, see it on there, is a lovely sun trap in the afternoon. So hopefully this should be on the market in the next 3 or 4 weeks. So it'd be nice to get it done by the end of April. So heating's got to go in. Excuse me. Heating, decking, kitchen, flooring. Finish up the painting, the woodwork. I've done the undercoat because the painting here has probably had lead in it. So I've done it with oil paint. And although I sound like I'm an expert, it's all down to the Dulux Centre tells me what to do, which is good. So there you go. End of week 9. Looks better.